Hello guys, welcome to my this video. My name is Anirudh and today in this web designing series I will show you how to create pagination functionality. Okay, so here you can see the preview. So once if I click the next button, so that time here you can see this button is moving and it's appending to the next page button. Okay, but when there is no other button, so that time moving is stopped, right? So same way if I click the previous button, okay, so that time when it is coming to the 3, so that and after if I click the previous button, it's coming to the 2 and it's moving, right, like this way. And directly I can click here also. If I click 2, so you can see it is moving like this way. Okay, so I hope guys you can understand what I'm trying to make in this video. If you find this video is helpful, so please like this video and also subscribe my channel to get more update. Okay, so now I'll move to the Visual Studio Code editor to write this functionality. So guys, here you can see I have opened index.html file and style.css file inside the Visual Studio Code editor. If you don't have Visual Studio Code editor, either you can install or you can use any other editor. Inside this HTML file, I have added the basic HTML code, and here I'm assuming you know the basic HTML code. Here I have added one CDN link. This link I'm using for the icon. Okay, this is themify icons CDN link. If you want to any other icon like font awesome or anything, you can write that link instead of themify icon. And this one is the external CSS link. Here you can see this CSS file is the external, name is style.css. So that link I have added here. Now I will come to the body tag. Inside the body tag, first of all I will write div class. The class name is pgn. By the way, this class name you can write anything. And inside this pgn class, I will create two buttons. One is for previous and another is for next button. So I will write button type is button, and the class name I will write previous. By the way, this class name also you can write anything, but here I am creating previous button, so related name I have written previous. This is short form of previous, PREV. Now I will write the button name. So button name will be the previous icon. So here I will write I class and the class name is TI angle left. This class name, it's coming from this themify icon. So here you have to write the same name, because when we bring any class from library like bootstrap or any other library, so that time we need to write the same class name. But here pgn preview, those class css I will write custom. So here I can write anything, but here I cannot change. And now I will copy this button and I will paste in below, and here I will change the name. Class name is next and the icon name is only right, I mean TI angle right. Now save and refresh. Here you can see the button is created. Now after that, here I will write div class pages. Inside this pages class I will write div class page container. So those class like pages and page container, those I will write the custom CSS. So you can write any class name here. Okay, and inside this page container, here I will create some button. So button type is button and class name is button page. Okay, and here I will write the page number, so 1. So like this way I will just copy and paste. Just only page name I will change here 2. Okay, and this one 3. So sequence wise, here I will just change the page name. So now 5, and here I will write 6, 7 and 8. So here I'm assuming this pagination will be for 8 pages. Okay, so now save, and if I refresh, so it is coming like this. So this HTML part is done. Why I have created those buttons? Because here suppose I want to go to the third page, so I can click next button or I can simply click the third button here, so it will redirect to the third page in. So that's why I have created some other button. I know, actually I am assuming you know the pagination thing. Just I will show you the functionality and the design, how you can do that. Okay, now I will come to the CSS part. First of all I will write the CSS for body tag. Okay, so here I will write display flex. If you don't know about flex, so I already have created some video separately about flex, so you can go that video. And if you don't get the link, so you can write in the comment section, I will provide the link. After that, align item is center and justify content is also center. And now padding top and bottom is 140 pixel, left and right is 0. Margin from all side I will add, and then background color. So here you can use background color or background, both are same. So I will use background color code 111. So save. So here you can see it is coming like this, and the background color is black color. And here in top I have added the padding 140 pixels. So you can see in top it's some add some space, and this whole thing now is in middle. So if you compare from left and right, you will find it's in the middle. Okay, so that's why I have used flex here. So now I will add the CSS for this PGN class. Okay. So first CSS property I will like width is 320 pixel, and after that background is white, this one, and border radius is 40 pixel, and mean height is also 40 pixel, and overflow x is hidden, and position is relative. So this one is done, and now I will add the CSS for previous button. So here just I'll copy previous button, and here I will paste. And first of all, position is absolute, left is 0, and z index is 2. Now I will copy next button and paste here. Same CSS property I will copy. So here first I have to write next. Okay, and after that same CSS property, whatever I have added here, same I will add here. Just instead of left, here I will write right. Now if I refresh, so you can see it is coming like this. So left button in the left side because I have written left 0, and this next button in the right side, means previous button left and next button in the right side, because I have written right 0 here. Okay, and now I will add the CSS for this one, button page. So I will copy this one and paste. So some CSS property will be same for next and previous and button page. So here I will write it in together. So previous this class and this next class. Okay, so now here I will add the CSS property. First of all, height. So height is 40 pixel and width is also 40 pixel, and border radius is 40 pixel, and now border is none, and outline is also none, and background. So earlier I used background, now I will use the background color. Okay, property name is background color, so both will be the same. So that showing purpose I have used background color now. So background color is done, and after that cursor, pointer, and font weight is 600, and transition is all. 0.3 is in out. So is in out means when I will suppose this transition I will add on the hover, means when I will hover and hover out, both time it will be the same smooth way will work, like in and out. And after that, font size is 15 pixel, and font color is 777, this color code. So save and refresh, so it is coming like this. Okay, and now I will add some CSS for hover. So I will copy the same thing here. Okay, just here I will add hover, and here also hover. So on hover I will add color is white, and I have to write important, and the background color I will use the gradient color. So background linear gradient. Okay, and the gradient color, first of all it will be on the 45, and the color code is has 41733FF. comma, and has A C 60 AA. Okay, so now if we refresh and hover, so here you can see the color. Okay, and now I will add CSS for pages. So here I will write position is absolute and left 40 pixel, and transition I will add the same, means whatever I had added in earlier, all 0.3 s and is in out. Okay, now I will add the CSS for this page container. Okay, here I will add display flex and justify content start. So here if I show, here I had written center, so that's why in from left and right it came to the center, but now those number will be from first, so that's why here I will write start, means those number will comes from starting point. Okay, and here align items also start, here it is coming like this. So CSS part is done. Now I will come to the JS part, and which is main thing, functionality part. Okay, so here I will come and just here I will write script. First of all I will write var count equals to 0. Okay, and var pages, those are the variable name, you can write anything. So inside this pages variable, here I will copy this one pages. Okay, so here I will write document dot get element by class name. Class name I already copied, that is pages, and here I will define the index, that is 0. Why I'm writing 0? Because guys, pages class means here this same class, it can be here also, right? It can be here also, like this way. So if I don't write 0, that means it will denote this one and this one, but I need the first one only, so that's why I have written 0. And why 0? Because I can write 1, right? For the first denoting I can write 1, but I have written 0 because class name means it is array, and array index start from 0. So that's why here I have written 0 instead of 1. This one is done, and now I'll copy this class name and I'll assign inside a variable. So where the variable name is buttons. So same way, document dot get element by class name, I already copied button page. Okay, so here I will not write 0 because here I have to take all those classes. If I write 0, so means it will be only this one, first one, because button page class I have added for all the buttons. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. And now I will define the on click method for next and previous button. So here I can define like on click and the method name like suppose previous, like this way I can define here. And another way I can define, that is dynamic way. So I will do that. So I will remove from here. Okay, so I'll copy this previous one first of all, and now document dot get element by class name. Okay, class name is this one. Okay, and here I have to define 0 because here I will use only previous and next, means here previous is only 1 and next class is only 1, but here button page class is for 8 buttons, right? So one time when it is, so that time I have to use 0, and here only not only 0 because I'm using 0. Suppose this previous class, it would be here. Okay, like div class previous. Okay, if it would be here also, right? So that time this one will be 0 and this one will be 1, so that time I have to write 1, but now here I have to write 0. Okay, so 0 dot add event listener. it will listen the event. So what event? The event is click, and the event name, so related name I will write here. Okay, so I will write previous click. Okay, and I'll copy the same thing here and I will paste here. But just instead of previous click, here I will write next click, because this one I'm writing for next button. And here instead of previous, I have to write the class name is next. Okay, now I have to define the methods. Okay, so here I will write function, the method name, and parenthesis curly braces. So same way I will copy the next one, I mean next click function. So I will write function this one and like this. So previous and next button click function I have added. Now I can click the button page also, means here also suppose I want to go the third page directly, so I can click here. So that one I have to define also. So I will copy the button page class name, and here I write document dot get element by class name. Okay, and otherwise here actually I already assigned this button class here, right? So I don't need to write document this one. Okay, simply I will write for and let I equals to 0, I less than button dot length, and I plus plus, and here I will write buttons I dot add event listener, click event, and the event name is button click. I'll copy this one like this. Okay, so here I have why I have written for loop, because here button page classes is for the 8 buttons, not only one, right? So that's why I looped this one. So it will come one by one, and for all buttons it will be added the click event, and the event name will be button click. So that's why here I have added the for loop. Okay, so I hope it is clear, and now I will write the definition for next click. Okay, so first of all here see this one. Okay, and I have added one class. Actually I forgot to add one class, that is will be active class. So in CSS here I will write a more class, I mean another class name, that is active. Okay, so this active class color will be white and the background color will be this one. So I'll copy this active class, and here by default I will just paste here. Okay, and this one I will save. So here if I refresh, so by default this active class added here. So once I will click the next button, so this active class will be removed from here and it will appear in the second one, because I have clicked the next button, right? Again if I click, so it will remove from here and it will come to the third button. So active class will happen in the third page buttons like this way. So that's why first motive is to remove from here. Okay, and those are the buttons. I have told you already, that is class name means array. So button page class name means is now array, because here there is lots of button page class. Okay, an array index start from 0, right? So from 0 index of this button page I have to remove this active class. So here in the next click function, here I have to write buttons 0 dot class list dot remove, and the class name is active. Okay, so now if I check click, it is removed from here. Okay, so instead of 0 I can do one thing here. This 0 I have assigned in the count variable, right? So I can place count variable here, so it will be the same thing. See, but it is removing from here, but I have to append in the next button. So how can I do that? So here I can write count plus plus. So first of all, count was 0. Now count plus plus means count is 1, right? So now when count is 1, so that time here if I write at, means in the first button it will add the active class, and from 0 button it will remove active class, right? I hope here this one is clear. So now if I show you, so here you can see it is removing from the first means 0 and it is adding in the number 1 button. So now again it will remove from here, means it will remove from 1 because the count will be the 1, it will remove from 1 and here it will be added here like this way. But here is the one problem, right? Here I have randomly increased this count, right? So when it will come here, like see, this active class happened here, right? So next it's happened here. If I click next, it's happened here, and if I click right now this next button, so there is no other button after 8, right? So it will throw an error. Here you can see error because active class is removed from here, but it's not appending other button because there is no other buttons, right? So that's why randomly if I increase this count, so it will throw an error. So I have to increase this count up to button length, right? So count is increasing from 0. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So count I have to increase up to 7. Okay, so here I can write a condition. So the condition will be here like this way: if count not equals to buttons dot length. So button dot length means here up to 8, but count should be increased up to 7 because it is count starting from 0, right? Here if I have assigned count is 0, right? So 0 1 2 3 4 5 5 6 7, count should be up to 7, but button dot length means it is 8. So here I can write button dot length minus 1, so it will be up to 7, right? And inside this condition I can place this count plus plus, means count will be increased until it is not equals to this condition. Okay, so now if I show here, so see here active in the 7 number button, now in the 8, and now if I click, so it is not moving because count is not increasing because it is now equal, right? So this condition you have to write here. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section or connect my Insta ID. So now another thing, when it is active on the 7 or 8 number button, but it is not displaying. So when it will active the 7 and 8 number button, so I have to move the whole thing in left side. Now it is left is 40, but if I write left is 0, so here it will be like this, 7 button will start to display. Again if I write minus 40, 8 number button will start to display. So I have to move these pages by minus, right? And the button width is 40 pixel. Okay, if I show here, so button width is 40 pixel. So from 40 minus 40 pixel I have to move these pages, right? So here, just here I can write pages. Okay, these pages I have already stored inside this pages variable. Okay, so pages dot style dot left equals to, okay, now minus and count. Okay, count means here, suppose first refresh. Okay, so the count is 0 by default. When I will click the next button, count will be 1, right? Means count, suppose next, if I click the next button, so now count is 1, so count into 40, okay, plus pixel, like this way. Okay, let's understand this one. First of all, I have to write here 0, then it will move 1 button, right? So count is, when I will click the next button, so count will be 1 because here already I have increased. But if I write this thing here, so it will be fine because now first count is 0 and after that I'm increasing. It will be okay, no need to change. But I'm writing here after increasing count, means count is 1 here. So if I write 1 into 40, so first time it will return 40 because 1 into 40 is 40. So if I write here 40 pixel, so it is not moving. I have to write here 0, right? Then it is moving. So that's why here I have to write count minus 1. So count increased 1 here. So 1 minus 1 0, and then 0 into 40 means it will return 40. Again when I will click the next button, so count will be 2 here. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and after that 1 into 40 it will return 40. So this way here you have to write, but the same line if you write here before increasing the count, so that time not required to write minus 1. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, just simply you can write in the comment section. I'm trying to explain all the things, right? So now save and refresh. So here you can see it is moving. Again it is moving, but when it is coming to the 8 button, so after 8 number button there is no other button, so it should not move here, but it will move now also, right? So here I have to write another condition. So if, and the condition is count less than equals to button dot length minus 6. So that time it will increase. So I will explain that condition also, don't worry about it. So here count first time 0, then 1, then 2. Okay, and buttons dot length means 8, right? Because here is the 8 button. So I have written length minus 6. Okay, why 6? Because first time I'm displaying the 6. Okay, 6 button. So 8 minus 6, because length is 8, it will return 2. 8 minus 6, it will return 2. Okay, so when count will be less than 2 or equals to 2. Okay, so count is starting from here. So when it is, so I will click next button, so count will be 1. When I will click the next button, count will be 2 and it will come here. So when it will come here, I don't need to move after that, right? Because after 8 there is no other button. So when count will be 2, so that time I don't need to move this one. So same condition I have written. When until count less than button length means 8 minus 6 2. When count is less than or equals to 2, so that time it will move. But when it will increase more than 2, so that time it should not move, right? So same condition I have written here. So let's see it is working or not. So now it is moving because count is 1. It is moving, count is 2, but now the condition is matching because count is equals to 2, right? So that time it should not move. See, it is not moving, right? So next button functionality working fine. Now I have to write the functionality for previous button. Okay, so when I will click the previous button, so my main motive will be, I mean the first thing will be, I have to remove the active class and it will append the previous one, right? So here before I written count plus plus, now I have to write count minus minus, but before that whatever active class will be append, I have to remove. Okay, so here same thing I have added here. So refresh, click here, you can see it is removed, but I have to append the first one, right? I mean previous one. See, now 6 here it active class is added, but if I click here it is removed, but it should be append here, right? So here I will write same way count minus minus. Okay, and after when count will be minus, so that time here I have to add. Before I did plus plus and add it, right? Now minus and add it. So let's see. Here it's coming, and if I click remove and appending here. But guys, same way, before I had written next button click time, I had written length, but here I have to write up to 0, right? Because when active class will come here, see here, so that time count should not be minus, I mean count should not be decreased. Okay, right? If I decrease here, so it will throw error. Okay, so when it will come 0, so that time count should not be decreased. So here I have to write the condition like same way, count until not equals to 0, so that time it will be increased. If once it is 0, so that time it should not be increased. Like see here, if I click previous button active class here, okay, now here and after here, okay, see here, and now if I click, so it is not moving because count is not decreasing here. But same way I have to move this pages class, right? So here I have to write this thing here and refresh, so see like this. Okay, so it is moving but not properly. Okay, so same way I have to write another condition. See here earlier for the next button I had written the condition when it is less than 2, so that time it was moving. So same thing I have to add here. If count less than buttons dot length minus 6, so that time it will move only. It is working fine. So this one is done, and now directly I can click the button. If I click third button, so it will append the third button active class and it will remove from here. So same way, just I will remove active class from here first of all. So suppose now active added here, if I click here, so it will remove, but it should be append here, right? So how can I do that? So just here simply I have to write count equals to this dot inner HTML minus 1. Okay, so this dot inner HTML. So this dot inner HTML means when I will click this 5 number button, okay, so it will denoting this. This means it will denote 5 number button. When I will click the button number 4, so it will denote this 4 number button, means this dot inner HTML. Okay, so here in the 4 number button, the inner HTML, okay, what HTML I have written inner, okay, that is 4, so it will be 4, right? So this 4 number I have assigned inside this count, but I have written minus 1. Why minus 1? Because count is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Suppose if I click 4 number button, so count should be 3. Okay, and inner HTML it is coming 4. So that's why I have written 4 minus 1. So it will be 3. So I have assigned this. Okay, so now after that here I have to write this one, and instead of remove I will add. Okay, so now here I can do like this way. I can click here, see it is working, but same way these pages I have to move. Okay, so here I will write a condition if count less than equals to buttons dot length, same condition actually, length, so that time pages should be moved, right? So pages dot, I can copy actually from here. Okay, I can copy from here also, so that will be better, right? So I have copied and paste here. Okay guys, so here I have missed one thing. I have to write 6. Okay, then it will be 2, and when count less than 2, so that time it will move. Okay, so that thing I did wrong. So now moving, but now it is not moving, right? And see, it is working fine. So this one you can use for your pagination, custom pagination. Okay, and in the previous video I had shown you page changing also. If you want to know how can do that, so you can watch my previous video. And if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel to get more update. And also comment if you don't like this video, then you can write in the comment section that which part you didn't like, and if you like, so then you can write in the comment section also.